the show. Let's go.
Beats by Citywide, bitch.
Whoa, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Producers Tag Podcast. I'm your host, Citywide Soze, along with
your girl, Jenergy, and we bringing all of the energy today, y'all. It's going down in a major way. We have an amazing special guest in the building. Not only that, let's tell the people what to expect about what we have going on here.
Well, just with me, period, in general, it's just like, to bring a new look to everything. Like, to me, because I'm a type of person, I got anxiety, I'm OCD, whatever. I see a lot of stuff is the same thing, so it's on us to bring a new vibe. As far as talking with the music, the scene in New Orleans is so much rich in history and people don't know about it.
I'm one of those people, and I'm so glad you asked me to be a part of this, because this is not only helping me personally, but it's also helping me professionally, especially hosting in the community, different things of that nature, right? And actually traveling. A lot of people look to New Orleans for the culture, the food, the music, the drinks, and things of that nature, right? So when you told me to be a part of this, I was like, this will really help me along the way as well, because there's a lot of things I don't know, or I'm still learning, I should say, that's gonna help me enrich my what's that? My expand my horizons, or enrich my
musical palette.
My musical palette. I like that, because I'm a girl that likes to eat. Okay.
Word. But just cool. Down here, it's so much going on, even like to where we're located at. It's so much history down here musically that people don't know about. Now, actually, this street that we're on Magazine Street, me and my partner, when we was doing music, we was all up and down the street selling our music in the 90s. It's like, it's all live musicians, rappers, DJs, it's all on the street. And that's something that I wanted to bring to the table in the community, in the podcast community, because in our city, it's a lot of, like you said, it's a lot of stuff that we don't know.
Right.
And a lot of people that we don't know. Our favorite people, we don't know that person might have did XYZ track back in the Gap and stuff like that. Or, that person, said person probably worked with so-so and so-and-so.
Right. So let me ask you this. What do you think that comes from? Because you have a lot of people, like producers, that I know one personally that kind of like plays the background, right? Is that like the characteristic of a producer, or how does that go? And they made major music that really turned the scene for major record labels.
First of all, it's a gift and a curse.
Okay.
Because it's a background situation. Like I said, nobody talks about the producer. You don't normally see the producer, but sometimes they're right there. That's like, just a little fun fact. It's like a lot of people don't know that, say, a Juvenile, a Mystical, and a Soulja Slim started off with the same producer or worked with the same producers.
Wait, so Juvenile, Mystical, and our beloved Soulja Slim all work with the same producer.
Sice and KLC.
Okay, all right, that makes. Wait, Juvenile worked with KLC?
No, he worked with Sice.
He worked with Sice. Okay, gotcha.
Juvenile's first album was produced by Sice.
Wow.
And a lot of people think Juvenile's first album is Soldier Rags or 400 Degrees, and Juvenile's first album was Being Myself, produced by Sice HD.
Wow. Man, New Orleans is so, and it's crazy because you were speaking about the street that we're currently on, which is Magazine Street. Shout out to the Firehouse Loft.
All the time.
In the building, y'all. Thank y'all so much. You make sure y'all get at them for your event needs, okay? But we're on Magazine Street, and the irony is you have a place like Peaches that's right down the street, who has housed the music of so many local people and so many global people as well. So when you threw that out there, I was like, man, what's the irony? Everything comes back full circle, which is really, really cool.
And that's a thing in New Orleans. Like, the drive here alone was like memory lane for what I did in music and, who I produced or who I worked with. I started out in a rap group with Big Ram, and he used to stay right up the street.
Wow. Y'all so uptown?
And see, yeah, and that and that's another story because a lot of people know me, a lot of people know Big Ramp, but a lot of people don't know we was in the group together.
All right, so look, for the newbies, right, to this, tell the people who you are. Who are you?
I am Citywide Soze, formerly of Mafia Cause and Pain. I started Road Dog Records with my cousin back in '91. I didn't really get into solo stuff till after Katrina. When I came back to Katrina, when I got back to the city, I was performing a lot, and we was talking about that on the way here too. A lot of the places where I performed are no longer there, but I was still in them, and even with, the people involved, I started out in the bottom line, little hole in the wall clubs I was doing I think that was Marlene's on the River. Further back that way, I was performing there. I was at Red Velvet where I met our bartender for the first time, but we're gonna get into that a little while later.
Yes, I'm here for it. The drinks, like we said, we're full of culture, food, folks, and fun.
Yes,
I know that came from McDonald's, y'all. I'm gonna give y'all little credit for it, but.
But yeah, just bouncing around the city doing my music. I dropped 2 mixtapes. Rap Hustle Volume 1 and Odd XL. Well, actually 3 because I did Odd XL Part 2. But I split that up into certain songs. But as far as with that, I'm mostly known for the performing I was doing in the city.
So when did you? I'm taking it back to what's the name of it? Brown Sugar, right? Here's the drop right here. When did you fall in love with hip hop?
From birth.
Okay.
And to me, now you're not talking to a hip hop head. For me, it's music.
It's the music. Period.
I was
like
born.
That.
I'm 1977. I was born into music. Hip hop was pretty much just starting. We had soul, we had funk, and my mama raised me on music. That's like right now.
Shout out to moms.
Yeah, rest in peace. But like growing up, you could pretty much say Gladys Knight was my titty.
Wow.
Like till an adult, hearing Gladys Knight music comforts me.
Wow.
That's because I was raised on Gladys Knight and Isley Brothers.
Transparent moment. That's dope. So man, let's get into it with this lady who you met. Where our bartender, the bartender.
Red Velvet, she was bartending then.
Oh, yeah.
And I was when I was doing the Red Velvet stuff, I got tight with the Guap Stars.
Okay, who are they?
Louis Bag, rest in peace. Dub, the best bet. They used to throw events at the Red Velvet. I don't even remember the name of the events they used to do. They used to have certain names that you used to bartend. Like every event had another name.
So what was this, like pre or post Katrina?
This is after Katrina.
All right, so this post Katrina. Okay.
Yeah, in the Red Velvet.
All right.
I can't remember the name, but like every event they had, like every week had a different name. And she was one of the models and bartenders. And then I used to see her in I can't remember that other club in the Quarters.
You remember?
Yeah, Voila. Seeing Voila and all that.
Okay.
And when we started up the 24/7 thing, she became a client. So.
And did.
Yeah, all the time.
An amazing.
It's full circle. Everything go back.
Everything is full circle.
But if you don't know who I'm talking about,
yes,
I'm talking about Big Body Yachty. Don't forget the 504.
Don't forget the 504. Please don't.
504.
Oh my God.
True, like, you had to be in that segment to know I used to say that. Like, before I even changed my name from Big Body Yachty.
Right.
I always said, don't forget the 504.
Don't forget the 504.
Yeah, I go back. And see, that's another thing.
He a historian.
And a lot of people didn't even know I was there.
Wow.
And I'm just sitting there observing.
Wow, that's amazing. Yachty! What's happening, baby? I'm here for it. All they had to tell me was that Yachty was in the building, y'all, and the drinks was on deck, and your girl was here, okay? How you feeling, beloved? You look good. You look good. You have been, let me tell you something, just on a personal note, personal level, just going back a few months to Mardi Gras under the bridge. And I know you were part of Zulu this year, right? Which shows your personal and your professional growth as well, because you actually still had that presence under the bridge this past Mardi Gras, and when I look down, I'm on the stage hosting, y'all doing what I do or what have you, and I look out and I see the tent, and I actually thought you were under there. I didn't know you were riding in the parade, right? And I look and I see your tent. It does something to me like every time I see it, because.
And I thought I was drunk because I went around the corner and it was another tent there. I'm like, that tent wasn't right there.
So she had another tent? It was 2 tents?
Mm-hmm. She was out there. She was outside. Everywhere.
Your presence is always felt. Like, to experience it personally outside of social media, your presence is always felt, and I think that is so dope. So y'all, I could imagine. I could only imagine. So tell the people how you got started.
I got started bartending actually.
Okay.
Before so I was working at Club Envy in 2009, and as a bartender, especially back then, 20, 25, 26, people always want to buy you shots, they want to buy you drinks.
Okay.
And I'm not a drinker, right? So I drink socially. So
gotcha.
if you buy me shots, I'm like, and I'm throwing them away, or I'm not making them, or whatever. So I'm like, let me make me something that when people want to buy me a drink, I can actually drink it and enjoy it.
I like that.
And I just looked around the bar, grabbed a couple things that I felt like would be good for me, and made a drink. And that was Yada.
Wow.
I made that drink, and the drink became popular in the club. So of course, then I was selling it for the club, and it was known. Like, I want a Yada. Of course, it matched my name, and because I used Melon Maduri, it was Yada.
Okay, so you were always into branding.
Yeah.
Branding was your thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, naturally, I guess. Like, it wasn't.
Right.
It
wasn't forced.
Yeah. Again, if what that is, by it being green, vibrant, people wanted to know what that is. So I had to create something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just like, okay, that's a Yada Melon. Oh, I want that. So eventually, it became the drink of the club. When I stopped working at Envy in 2012, I went to Ball Out, which is what he's talking about.
Okay.
And I started doing it there. And it did the same thing. So I came to a phase where I quit bartending completely to focus on Fergalicious, which is my second
Right.
business, right.
And that's where I met you at, right.
Once Fergalicious was where it needed to be, I went back to bartending, and the moment that I went back to bartending, people was like, I hope you bring your drink back. So I naturally brought it back, but this time, it was for myself.
Okay.
I started bottling it, and it took off. Once I started bottling it, and it took off, I created, the other flavors. So now I have 9 flavors.
9 different flavors.
Yeah, so,
Man, that's amazing.
so it really just started from me wanting to create something that I would actually enjoy drinking when people brought me a drink.
That's what's up.
And with the name, I just heard you say Yada Melon. I thought you just put your name to melon. So the melon comes from something
The
else?
melon come from it. When I originally made the drink, I made it with melon Maduri.
Oh, see, I didn't
Wow,
know that.
me either.
That's a fun fact right there.
Yeah.
Right.
So now I don't make it with Maduri now, but I still make it with melon pucker.
Gotcha.
So it's still melon because.
Yeah, I just asked because I didn't know. Like I said, I thought it was just the name and melon.
That's
So-
dope. That's how I came to know, because I
didn't
thought
know
the
it
same
go
thing
deeper than
too.
that. That's
Right.
dope.
And everything just came together like that.
And the green come from the Maduri.
Right.
I just put my name.
Perfect.
And then that's our signature, green.
Yeah.
That's that Yada green, Yada melon green.
And that's where the green come from.
Right, that's where the green come from, guys. Because at one point you was rocking your hair that color as well, right?
Yeah, my
Hair green and there.
all over my house, it's a part of brand.
Right, it's fun. I love it.
I felt like doing my hair that color would draw people to see me.
Correct.
And when you see me, you're gonna see Yada.
Not only that, not only will the people see you, yeah, they'll remember you.
Yeah.
They'll remember you.
And it was
Yeah.
a conversation started. People started asking like, oh, why you got your hair green? What that mean? What they started asking, which is what it was supposed to do.
Right.
It's supposed to grab your attention so that you can ask, or so that you can associate the green to me, which is Yada.
I like that. That's cool. I like that.
That's dope. And the Yada melon doesn't stand alone now because there's so many different flavors. I had at the second line, the white, the clear we had.
Wait, you talking about the coconut?
Yeah, the coconut.
Yeah, that's my newest flavor.
Wait, hold on. Let's talk about this because I haven't had that one yet. Okay, because my favorite one is it hook. That hook. Ah, keep you shook. You might need somebody to put something on your books. After you drink that hook.
Yeah, but I was saying that to say is like the type of flavors you have now.
Say it again.
All the flavors that you have now together accumulated over the years.
9.
Nine.
So I have 9. I started doing like the 9-alcoholic ones, so that would be. I don't do those that often,
okay.
but that's something that I'm about to tap into because it's just it's like a you know how you limit yourself, and with alcohol there is definitely a limit. So the non-alcoholic versions, the mocktails,
Okay.
you know, those will put me in other positions to be able to do other things.
For sure.
Kid events, you know, school
For sure.
events, libraries, city events. That's the things that alcohol can't.
I like that. I like that.
So that's what I'm about to tap into next, and you know, get that.
And we know you're going to dominate it like you do.
Yes.
Because to be honest, like, you know if you drink, but like when I drink them, that's what I like about them so much. It's not like a strong where you're going to be toe up in 2 minutes.
Right.
Like you really be good. It feels like you're not even drinking alcohol.
And then not only that, it just lays well on the palate too. The taste is really good, and you're gonna feel your
roll
little
that palate.
yeah.
That was the goal again because I'm not a drinker. I didn't want. I can't drink for the taste of alcohol.
Right.
It has to taste good. Now if I get a buzz because there's alcohol in it,
That's a bonus,
But
right?
don't really drink, or who are lighter drinkers, or that like fruity tropical drinks, and still looking for the buzz. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Of course, it's still. I don't know if y'all saw the other day. I had started drinking some, and I was, just.
That's what you make you wave your hands like this. That's what you do. You just have to wave your hands like this.
But for me, like no matter how many, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like it's not just something that just takes you out and have you on the side of the road.
Right. Gotcha.
And it's something that can last. You won't drink it as fast. You could like slowly slip. That's what I always liked about it.
And since then, right, you mentioned that you have 9 different flavors, but since then you've added merch to your brand as well. Tell us about that.
So recently I've added it's called a hydro bag, which we call it the body bag.
Okay.
Body bag.
All right.
Okay, so
See what you did there.
the bag is used for like everything, hiking, gym, out drinking, festivals.
Biking.
You can put water, wine, alcohol, dairy, whatever
I like
that. You need to. Whatever event you're going to, you can use it. It's also it's like a book sack, so it's also storage. You don't even have to put alcohol in it. You can use it.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that.
So it's a book sack. It's a book sack, and the pouch that the liquid goes in, there's a section in the back of the book sack for it, so it's totally separate from.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I did not know that. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, you piqued my interest when you were done. Like, I'm about to drop something, y'all, at a certain time, and I'm like, what is this girl about to drop? And I said, but I didn't know that. Now, that's really good. Now,
I haven't really had a chance to do any marketing on it, and that's another thing that I have lined up about to really
Right.
that and put some marketing behind
it'll
it.
be ideal for festival season. Definitely.
So that was the whole reason I started. My thing with any business or anything that I'm involved in, I always try to do something different. I don't like bandwagon. I don't like doing everything everybody else is doing. I like to do different stuff because I feel like when you're different, it automatically draws attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
That's my
new,
target.
that's different.
Right. And when you do it, it's never forced. It doesn't seem forced. It's like always like natural, and it has a really nice flow of things as well. So that's good. All of this drinking, y'all, I don't know.
I'm about to say, we got some samples of what are those? I'm pretty sure everybody that's watching that sees those are like, what are those? Matter of fact, that blue one and the brown one kind of standing out for me.
Okay.
So I can test that, see what that is.
So what's the blue?
This one is called Tiffany Blue.
Okay, makes sense.
And see, I like the names. The names relate
Right.
to the drink.
Tell us about the names, the different names, y'all.
They actually named after like my friends and stuff. So
Oh.
Tiffany Blue. My best friend name is Tiffany. So this one was blue. So
Hey, girl, hey.
What's that, Tiff?
He say, hey, girl.
Oh, my girl, I didn't even know that. Hey, friend. I didn't.
So Tiffany Blue is named after her. Henny Body, of course, big body, eyes.
Okay, anybody.
Body, yeah, that's me.
Got it.
What else we have? We have that hook is actually one of my male best friends.
Yes, shout out to him.
Yes.
Panning on those socks.
His so that hook, that is who that and hook. Okay, so that goes together.
Love it.
We also have the coconut that you're talking about. My other best friend, I have two best friends, Tiffany and Keisha.
You blessed.
Keisha drinks Amsterdam coconut. Her name is Keisha. So coconut is spelled K-O-K-I-N-U-T.
Coconut.
That's named after
Cute.
her. Love Spell was just, I just created that because this one came out around Valentine's.
How about to say that's the one for Valentine's?
Yeah, so I went with Love Spell because it was like love potion, you know. So Electric Lemonade, this was the only one that wasn't associated with anything. I just was trying to find.
That's me. It's electric. Ginergy. Yeah, that's me. I'm sliding in that thing. You heard me? Let's go. It's electric. Boogie woogie.
Royalty is Crown Apple, so I went with Crown, meaning royalty. I went with that for that. Do something is do say. So do say and do something.
Okay.
So all of them kind of have like some kind of unique something to it.
I like that.
Yeah, everything besides the Electric Lemonade.
Okay.
And all the names are unique, and that's another part of branding, like what she was saying, to have something like nobody else.
Correct.
That's like even you know, like at the second line in that Mardi Gras, a lot of people was looking to drink, but they didn't want the drink, man. They wanted
because you have to stay on your swivel when you're out there. You don't want to be too full.
Like people actually come to the tent and they know the drinks now. Like, I want a Tiffany Blue, I want a yacht, I want, you know, very seldomly, like this past weekend we did Black Beach, and of course that was just a whole nother market that don't know nothing about my business. So when they came though and seen it, it's just like, to see the love that I get back or the responses that I get back with such a vibrant, tropical, sweet, mixed cocktail, it's still like to see somebody open it for the first time and taste it and the reaction just be like, it just melts me every time. Like, I don't think it'll ever be old because I created something that people actually enjoy.
Right.
And that for me is top notch.
Right.
And then, like I say, you know, it's a blessing, like, because you think about it, like, I was talking to my brother earlier today, like, when you go out to the clubs or to events and stuff like that, and you don't even remember the event because you was tore up.
Right.
Like, this is a better way to keep your moment, because like I said, you don't really get drunk off it. And you could savor the moment and actually be there when it happens. And you know, 5 years from now, they ain't gonna be like, yeah, you was still in the room because you was tore up.
Right. Wow. There's a better way to keep your moment.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, because you can't, you know, as we get older, when we was younger, we didn't think about stuff like that.
Thank you so much.
But you know, you don't try to. You drink to be sociable. You don't drink to get messed up.
Well, look, I'm drinking. Well, I'm sorry. I'm working.
Well, we're going to be sociable here.
We're going to be sociable.
We're going to mess up these people's shit.
Okay. Ain't that because they won't invite us back. Special shout out to Firehouse Loft, yo.
All the time.
How you feeling over there? How's feeling?
All the time. Same thing like I said.
Now, this is my first time having a Tiffany Blue. I like this.
That's my favorite.
This is good. This is really good.
It's so hard for me to pick a favorite because they all are good.
Girl, that's like picking a favorite friend.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, this is really good. All right, and what's in this one again?
That one is blue raspberry vodka.
Okay.
So it's like a wine can, a blue wine can.
Nah, man, it ain't bad. All right, Tiff. Hey, girl, hey.
I'm saying now you're gonna look at Tiff the same way anymore.
Nah, picture me rolling, tipping my chauffeur. Niggas look jealous, you gotta control it. Reaching my quota, mixing my soda. Feeling connected to God, trying to get closer. Stepping on roaches, me and my loasters. Just trying to get over, Try not to get swallowed by locusts. Trying to stay focused, kinda like Moses. Like somebody chose us. Sweat on my shoulder. I feel these emotions, but still I keep going. I've been to a poet. I've been through the motions. I'm feeling heroic. But life is a dice game, and they dare you to blow it. You might get a strike, man, but that ain't gonna pay for the strollers. It's never enough to console her. Tell her your daddy a soldier. She needs you right now in this moment. Now dead on your back, pushing roses. To me, I'm just carving a sculpture and fine-tuning my approaches. Doubling back as an owner. The moment of truth is opponents, call them promoters.
Picture me rolling with my friends, not a word.
So what's happening?
I'm good. What's happening?
Man, I feel good. I'm full of that tiff, blue. Hey, Frank, how you doing?
Got the song for it and everything.
Yeah, we expanding the brand. We are, wait, what are we tagging? You said there are, what ways to preserve the moment? What was it that you said?
Oh, about the, I forgot.
Man, I'm gonna have to run the. We gonna have to run the tape back
because
when I tell you, man, it was something that you said, but I'm glad you said it because guess what we're gonna do?
I said making a memory or being able to remember the memory.
Yeah, it was something like that, but we gonna run it back because we gonna coin that.
Yeah, cause see, we
not about to put a Beatrice, which was I wish I would have coined bling bling when I didn't know. We about to do that. Get some little shirts made and everything. Put that TM on it and keep it pushing.
Yeah, you gotta have that TM.
Look, it is such a pleasure, such an honor, I'm filled with excitement, but I'm also very, 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 very humble to be sitting next to you in order to make your vision come into fruition, even with the people that are working behind the scenes, Yada, Lord, Tay, all of the people in our future and present people and the producers that we're gonna have on the show, right? But I wanna get into like the meat of it all with you, and why did you decide to start this?
Like I keep saying, producers, to me, and it's kind of like sad, like producers really don't have a voice. It's like more people are more focused on the artist, but at the end of the day, you gotta think about it. And me as being an artist and producer, an artist can't do nothing without the producer, unless the artist is a producer themselves, which you rarely see nowadays because everybody just wants to be in the spotlight.
Right.
And then like you were saying, you know, it's pretty much behind the scenes job. You know, some people want that spotlight, but some people are more, you know, comfortable behind the scenes.
And I get that, but also too, being behind the scenes and being a producer, I feel like as a person who loves music, who thrives off of music, who thrives off of culture, you definitely need to know the importance of the producer, because not only does the producer and the artist, we know they work together, they coexist, but the producer, and please by all means correct me, I stand to be corrected when I say that, they set the tone for everything. Because keep in mind, we're in a time frame now where if the beat does not hit you in the first 3 seconds maybe of the song, right? Because right now it used to be a minute. Now it have to be less than a minute. If it doesn't hit you in that moment in less than a minute, it's like, okay, I'm on to the next. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm so glad that you definitely took this leap of faith to step out and to be able to do this and to be able to educate us on music, the background, producers, and you know, shout out to the producers that are going to be on the show. But what I want to ask you is this. Now, I know this might be a little, it's like asking for your social security number, you hear me?
Nah, this is the producer tag podcast.
This is the, all right.
My social security number is kind of like my producer tag, so
run
I don't
it.
be mind to say it.
Let's go, run it. So with that being said, right, who are your favorite top 5 producers?
That's when my list get complicated. I have
That's just like saying who are the greatest MCs, lyricists, rappers, right? But producers, who's your favorite top 5?
Well, in my 2 top 5s, I have a national top 5 and a local top 5.
All right, so now you're trying to cheat. You're cheating a little bit.
That's based
But
on my
it's all
ear
good.
as a producer. That's how
All right.
the cookie crumbles. That's how
I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that.
But as far as national, and I already know a lot of people think I'm gonna say Dr. Dre. Well, you want to go from 5 to 1, or you want to go 1 from 5?
Let's go for national. Let's go from 5 to 1.
From 5 to 1.
Yeah, national level.
Number 5 will be Rockwilder. See, that's cool.
Wait, hold on. No. Okay, no. Let's see me on my ignorance. So
that's cool.
Look,
See, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Now you know I'm about to. When you say Rockwilder, honestly, the first 2 names came in my mind was Method Man and Red Man.
Yeah.
Am I? Mm-hmm. I'm now? Mm-hmm. I am? Mm-hmm. That big came out, so y'all know. All right, Rockwilder. Gotcha.
And
Okay.
who we have? 4?
4, mm-hmm.
Pharrell.
Off the dump.
Just
Had to be in there.
not being scared to be creative, not scared to be different. Because a lot of producers, and especially now, you got a lot of producers that everybody do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Like, if I was to give Pharrell a task, I know he'll be able to handle it. I could be like, give me some Jamaican merengue shit. And even though that don't go together.
Right, he gonna make it.
He gonna give me some Jamaican merengue shit. And I always respected his creativity and also being a producer that contributes to the song. Okay. Because a lot of producers will just give you the beats, but he'll give you a beat. Or I'll lay the hook, I'll spit a verse on there or whatever.
I like that.
So, he's always willing to contribute it to the song and put the certain spin on the song. Like for a lot of times, when he first really got hot, the songs he was doing beats for other people, he was like on the songs. So you could tell he was either invited to the song or, he already had something for the person and be like, you just go off of this.
Got you. Number 3.
Number 3 would be Dr. Dre.
Okay.
Don't kill me.
Okay, it's all good.
That's just my opinion.
Right, this is your.
How I feel about it.
I didn't say who was anybody else's top producers.
But in the producer community, everybody's like Dr. Dre. I'm like, I still have people over Dr. Dre, just based on how I go on the music. And like I say, I don't really go off of popularity. Or like somebody could be like, oh well, he's a billionaire. That ain't got nothing to do with how I feel about him musically. So, as far as musically, he's my number 3. And just basically, just having that ear. That's what I respect him for. To have the ear to know that something is wrong or it don't sound right or that you need to say this. And also not scared to tell you that. Because like nowadays, a producer can't tell an artist nothing.
Really?
It's a fight.
Really?
Yeah, like nobody he's that producer. He'll tell you what you need to make the song hot.
That's good.
And a lot of the times, a lot of people give him flack for it, but that's one of the reasons.
That's needed. Because
and that's one of the reasons he don't really come out with a lot of shit at one time, because he's trying to perfect it.
Okay.
But, a lot of people just want to go into the studio, make a song, come back out, put it on SoundCloud, but that's not how you do that.
Microwave. Right,
and that's even like listening to, that's kind of like when he got bumped up on my list, like listening to the instrumental for Still Dre and the clarity of it and being able to, you don't really hear songs like that to where you could hear everything that's in it.
Gotcha. So you're speaking of like layering. It sounds like to me like, all right, this is the layers of it.
And see, like that's pretty much production, just layering it. And a lot of people make the mistake, like, now if it's got 808, everybody wants the 808, but the 808 is, drowning out the voice. It's drowning out the drums. You gotta have everything to a distinct level for when the consumer turns it up, it sounds perfect.
Like a good fucking gumbo, bro.
Yeah, and he's perfect.
Like a good gumbo. Which start off with that root. You burn that root, it's that whole pot over. Out of here. You gotta start all over.
And just knowing what you need done to get something done. That's why I respect him. But he, like,
you drop so many jewels.
I try.
Knowing what you need to get, knowing what needs to get done when need to get done. Okay, I'm not mad at
it. A lot of
it.
people would probably expect Dre to be my number 1, but actually Dre is my number 3.
Okay, number 2.
EA Ski.
EA Ski.
EA Ski.
Okay, so what comes to mind? EA Ski. EA Ski.
To be
Educate
honest,
me. Well, how would I know? Give me a.
it's a lot of like EA
how about
Ski is
this?
like more. He's background. Like he's background, but he's in it fully. Like if you remember Spice One.
I do.
He was a producer for Spice One.
Okay.
Also, another gem. He was the first producer, one of the first producers for No Limit. When No Limit was in California.
EA Ski.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, you know, he done a lot of rappers out of the Bay. And you know, with him, it's just his quality sound. It stands the test of time. Like anything he uses, it stands out.
Okay.
And it's perfect. It's analog. It's all good. You know, it's good to the ears.
Gotcha.
And it's creative at the same time.
It definitely has to be pleasing to the ears. I'm glad you said that. All right, so we're at 2.
I thought we was at 3. That's 2.
That was 3. 2.
2. Timberland.
I kind of figured you was gonna have Timberland in there, and I hope we could hear more from him, cause he was.
To be honest, he does stuff, but
he's still in the back. That whole background.
It's a lot of stuff, cause like a lot of people don't even know he did all the music for Empire. So all the stuff they was rapping to and singing to, Tim had something to do with it. Yeah.
Okay, did not know that. And drum roll, please. Number 1.
DJ Quick.
Okay.
And a lot of people.
Okay, like me, stuck.
Yeah,
like,
a lot of
okay,
people, a lot of people
DJ
don't
Quick.
expect me
Okay.
to have him over a Drake or something like that. But as far as like coming up and listening to music and sound quality and knowing how, you know, it's not always good to sound like an underground group. You know, to be an underground group but still have your shit quality. And care about your quality. Like Quick don't perform if the sound ain't right.
I like that.
And
I like that. I like that.
You know, it's just to always have your sound right and to stand out and not just be bass driven and be musically driven. You know, like
Gotcha.
guitar stands out to me. The hi-hat stands out to me. Just worrying about more stuff than just the regular drum beat.
Gotcha.
And getting it on that level creatively and to where it sounds good, to where even if you want some stock speakers, it's fire.
Wow.
And it's like, I've always been a fan of him since 91 when he came out.
You definitely educated me on that one. So number 1 is Quick. Okay, not mad at that. So let's get into this second list right quick. But before we get into this second list, I've been on that blue. I think I need to get on that brown so we can continue to get down. Yada! What's up, baby? Let's go. Let's go.
Pour us up.
Pour it up. This time we ball out. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Hey! I'm ready for this. So we went from 5 to 1, right? We're gonna go to, give me some, boom.
Local list. We're in New Orleans right now.
Oh, boy, I'm ready. Oh, wow.
And before we even start, like, to me, my New Orleans list is not even like a top 5. It's like, it's no particular.
There's no particular order.
It's 5 people and 5 entities that I look at as the gatekeepers to the New Orleans sound.
Now let me ask you this, because you might try, I feel like you're gonna try to sneak one in on me. Are you listing people as individuals or you listing them as groups?
It's both in there.
See what I'm saying? I knew it. I knew it. I already knew. All right, let's go. 1.
Sice HD.
Sice HD. Gotcha. 2.
KLC.
Off the dump. You heard me? Drink another one. Let's go.
Well, I gotta take shots.
Yeah, you gotta take shots. You heard me? 3.
Well, I said Sice. KLC.
KLC. I knew KL was gonna be in there.
4-pack music.
4-pack music. Okay, got you. 4.
Ice Mike.
Ice Mike. Give me some history on Ice Mike.
Bust Down, Nasty Bitch.
Oh, yay!
Ice Mike.
He was about 9 years old.
At that right now when you saw that. Exactly. That's all you gotta say. And that's also a privilege, you know, somebody I had the privilege of working with, you know, in my rapping days.
Awesome.
Like my second single off my second mixtape, he had sent me the beat too. And when
That's
I did the beat,
classic.
yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna put that one in my memory bank because people don't have that one in rotation. Not as much.
And see, that's what
that one right there, that one, and he had a very, like, the Bust Down had a very nice voice to carry that song, even back then, before, because that song was really before its time.
And at that time,
You know what I'm saying? And now
Ice
you
Mike
have a
was-
lot of nasty bitches.
Yeah, and Ice Mike was
Like
supplying,
self-proclaimed nasty bitches. You know what I'm saying?
and he was supplying the West Bank with the beat at the time. See,
Okay.
I think that's why I throw a lot of people off, because when people say New Orleans rap, they think Cash Money No Limit. But
Right.
it was so much going on before we even got there. Like, to me, New Orleans rap has been on bubble since 91.
Okay.
We got to the forefront in 97, 98, 99.
Gotcha.
But like, a lot of people don't remember that name, but they'll remember the music.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
he's
Like, I didn't know
also-
who you were talking about, but I was
Yeah,
like,
he
okay,
produced for Mystical,
I feel like I
Craig.
need
think
to
he
know
did
who this is.
I think he did a track on No Limit too for somebody.
Okay.
So, he do his thing.
So we did 3, number 4.
Okay, why was that? Wait, hold on. We did Sice,
Size KL.
KL, 4-pack. Ice Mike is number 4. We had 5.
Okay, 5. Now when you speak, let me backtrack a little bit. When you speak of Sice, you're talking about, so Sice, drop that shit, run that shit,
Yeah,
pump
big
that
one,
shit.
yeah.
And if you don't know, now you know. Niggas fucking up a hoes, we gonna end this shit.
Exactly.
And if you let that shit happen, you a stupid bitch. Ride the, yeah, all right. We in that.
He produced, and a lot of people don't know that other than just Big Boy. He produced for Rap a lot.
Word?
I think he did some shit with Lil Wayne.
Okay.
He's done a lot of stuff, but like over the years, he changed his name up, and the Sice pretty much been doing his thing.
Sice is Sice, right? Precise, right?
DJ Precise.
Probably on some MF Doom type shit, huh? Like just
That's pretty much like our MF Doom.
okay.
That's,
See, I know I never
yeah, that's our thing. Like, cause like far as I can remember, cause I'm a read the credits type of person.
Right.
As far as I can remember, like with New Orleans rap and reading the credits, I would always see his name. And that's another one I've had a privilege to work with.
So he's like the epitome to me, and I mean I have not been graced to have met the creative yet, but sounds like to me he's a brother that flies first class but stays under the radar.
Yeah.
So the type thing. And I'm noticing like
that's
a
the thing
trend
for producers.
We're producers,
We
yeah.
get back.
Yeah.
But like it's like now, and he'll even say the same thing. It's to get the story out and get people to get an understanding of what's going on. We as producers have to come out to the forefront. Like we have to be just as active as the producers.
Like I said,
like see with him, when I go out and about, I'm with this. And everybody know I got it, and everybody know who I am. I'm not playing the back. I'm not being the shy role. I'm welcoming the conversation. A lot of producers are not like that, but it's to the point now the story is so twisted and tainted.
Right.
You need the people that was there to tell you what actually happened. Because like even with Sice, I talked to him one time, and I was talking to him about something I heard, and he was like, "That ain't the truth." So it's like that ain't what happened.
Wow.
Like a lot of the shit that we hear
Right.
is not necessarily what happened. It's trumped up stories.
Got you.
And then that's part of the reason for the podcast, just to bring
Right.
them to the light and share their stories
Man,
about what happened.
I'm learning so much about
And it's
this.
just the first show.
Yeah, I'm learning so much. Like just your presence is such an amazing thing. So did we got to our 4?
Oh, we got 5.
We got 5. Yeah.
The drum roll, man, fresh.
I knew. It refreshed. Yay! Fresh had to be in that thing. You heard me? Let's go, DJ. He's more than just a DJ. The man is a producer. Look, shout out to Fresh because, man, I look at Fresh, and Fresh is so gifted, man. And I had the moment to I attended WAP's funeral. And to look at Fresh and to look at so many other people that were just like torn at this funeral because of the passing of this great man. As look at Fresh, you can see like in his eyes, and I can identify with that feeling and with that look he had in his eyes of losing a brother. You know, I'm constantly like sending one up for him, praying for him. You know what I'm saying? But like I learned later on that we gotta get him on here.
Yeah, it's in the works. Like
we
I said,
gotta get him on
my
here.
top 5,
Yeah.
if God say the same, will be on the show.
Yeah.
And 2 is already booked, so
Okay. Alright. 3 the hard way to go, baby. But yeah, just with Fresh getting him on, man.
like with him, to me,
I respect that man in so many
and the
ways.
history of it, because like, you know, I sit here and talk about the history of New Orleans, and such and such and da da da. When you speak of Fresh, that's somebody that was there from the beginning up until now.
Right.
Because I got on Fresh through Gregory D.
Okay, now that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, and
With
but my people.
Now that was the first time. That wasn't.
That's what I thought.
That's what
But
I thought.
my people was on Fresh from New York Incorporated when he was in the group with Mia X.
Okay, gotcha. Heard of that as well.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
And like that's pretty much from the beginning of the book to where we at now.
Damn.
And you can't do nothing but respect that. And see, like I say, like the whole purpose of the show is to tell that.
Straight up, we starting to give Fresh his flowers day. Period. Okay? Give Fresh his flowers.
Like,
you definitely
in New
have to.
Orleans, we make we take everything and put it in a different box. But like say when you could take like a no limit artist like Mac. Manny Fresh produced them first.
Shout out to Mac.
So
Mac actually, Mac told me that, and I didn't know that. Like Mac and I were rapping, and we had a conversation. I didn't know Mac. Mac showed. Nah, I'm gonna let Mac tell that story. I'm gonna let Mac tell that story. But I didn't realize how far the two of them went back. Like I didn't even know Mac had a song called "I Need Wheels."
That's where it started.
Right.
That's when he was Lil Mac.
Right. When I
And
was
I
like,
got
oh
hip
my
to that
God.
off of the Gregory D stuff.
Okay.
That was the artist that came out after Gregory D.
Wow. That's so dope. We gotta get Mac in the building too, man.
Yeah, it'd be good to have everybody in here.
All right, so look, y'all, we gotta pay the bills. Cause you don't pay the bills, you ain't gonna be able to chill. But I'm chilling like a villain, top billing. You heard me.
Let's pay these few little bills.
Let's pay these few little bills and be right back. Peace.
back with the Producers Tag Podcast. Once again, I'm your boy, Citywide Soze, along with
Soze in the building with your girl.
Love what you said about that. You were saying.
I was saying, right? With your girl, Genergy, bringing all of the energy. Man, it has been amazing being here, having these really educational conversations around
great
music.
show.
It is, yeah, absolutely. We definitely want to give the people what it is that they're seeking. You know what I'm saying? And you got to give the people what they want.
Yes.
Got to give the people. Give the people what they want.
Matter of fact. Because we was about to get away and got away from what you was talking about.
Okay.
I'm like, it's something that you want to talk about, and it's something that's always talked about in the producer community, and you got good and bad things about it, but to me, it's an art form, and that is sampling.
Oh, yeah. Because let me tell you
Let's
something.
have the sample conversation.
Let's have the sample conversation. Bruh, look, I am a fan of sampling, period. I am. I'm a fan of sampling. I know some people might look at it as, oh, that's a lack of creativity, but it's all about inspiration. You know what I'm saying? And when you're able to take a piece of, because that's what real creativity is, because nothing under the sun is new. So the real creativity comes in with taking something that already exists and applying something different to it to have a different outcome. That's what it is to me, right? And when people are able to do that, it's just so it is dope, and it's also a form of paying homage to other people with the sampling.
It depends on how you do it, and to me, I look at it like, as long as you do the proper paperwork and don't just take something from a person. And it's not as hard as a lot of people think it is. It's easy to get songs clear. Like back in the days, like I was talking about, I had a rap group, and I think that was like 92, 93. We put our maxi single out, and we had a lot of samples in it, but we went through the proper channels, and they cleared all the samples. And a lot of people cleared them for free.
Okay.
So it's like, it's not nothing that you have. A lot of people just don't like to deal with the complexity of it.
Correct.
Because while people look at it like it's easy, it's not easy. I gotta take a slow song and speed it up and make it sound like a dance song. It's still stuff you have to do.
Is that not what Dre did and Kanye did? They took the and you speed that thing up and it sounds
it's
like
to
totally
me, as
different.
long as you doing something to it and changing it around, you good to me. But, and sometimes, because I got several in my catalog in my drum machine right now, sometimes it's just good just to play the sample. But I look at it like, as long as you fix it and you update it, and you give the proper credit and you go through the proper channels to get your stuff cleared, you in the clear, because it's all relatable.
That is one of my favorite DJ sets, right? I love a DJ set where the DJ plays the sample first and then goes on, the original, I should say. Let me rephrase that. Plays the original first and then goes into that sample. You know who is amazing at doing that? Nesby Phipps. That's why I enjoy his DJing. Like Nesby gonna bring you there, and you'll be like, oh dang, that's where they came from, and it gives you a heftier appreciation for the music. Also, too, what is this gentleman's name? He does can I pull out my phone, please? I gotta find it. Scrabble. DJ Scramble. Him. He's like the freaking, that dude there. He does a great job at doing that and actually putting the samples out there. What's your favorite sample? I know, right? I'm gonna let you ask me the same question. What's your favorite sample?
My favorite sample right now, because it varies. Because, like, you know, by me being as a producer, I have to go over records, and I have to dig into records.
Oh, so you're a crate digger?
You gotta be a crate digger.
Oh, crate digging that, boy.
See, that's another thing. Like, I think that's why people have a problem with sampling, because it's a task too. You have to dig in deep, and like when some people sample, they'll sample somebody's hit. But like, think if you were to sample a song from an artist that's known, but it's not that known song that you're sampling.
Okay, all right, I follow you. I see where you're going with it.
So when you digging in the crates, it's different, or you know, something from a first album, or something that like I have in mind. I'm not gonna get too deep because I don't want to give out my samples.
Okay.
I want to sample.
But that's why it's called a sample. You give
Exactly.
You know how it is when you go to Costco's.
Exactly, 'cause
It's like you ain't been to Costco's before. The people give out the samples.
I want to sample.
You're going to sample.
I don't know, because I really feel while it's being secretive, somebody is going to do it. But
don't
I
give me
want
too much.
to. I want to sample a song from the Temptations before there was the Temptations.
We not, bro.
Exactly, because they weren't the Temptations at first, but it was pretty much the core members. It's in the movie. If you watch the movie, you'll see it's in there. But I don't want to give that away.
Yeah,
I got plans for that.
Never too much. You know you gotta
But
go
you know,
dig.
sometimes it's good to dig deep, or somebody, you know, like you said, like take Today Was a Good Day, like.
Ice Cube?
Yeah,
Okay,
and a lot of people don't know that that's from the Isley Brothers, but some people relate to it because it's from the Isley Brothers, because we grew up on it. Exactly.
Yay!
And you know, just to bring that song into another generation, and for other people to hear it, and to realize that it's cool to go back and pull those things.
Absolutely. I never forget, I went to, man, believe it or not, there was not the riverboat. Remember, I know, I went back to the riverboat.
You went back.
I know, right?
We gonna get into that too.
Right.
We gonna get into
Not
we gonna
the
talk
river-
about the riverboat.
It wasn't the river, you know where, oh man, I'm telling my age, wow. You remember where is it Stars and Stripes Boulevard? That's in the east, when you're at Stars and Stripes Boulevard, right? Remember they had a boat that sat back there? It was like a casino on the water back there back in the day.
I remember that.
I never forget, I went to see Roy Ayers.
Oh, you old school.
Yeah, I have an old
telling
spirit.
me.
Yeah, I am. I went to see Roy Ayers, man, and Roy Ayers was like in his mode or what have you. And what made me appreciate the whole sampling thing and people's willingness to be able to pay homage in that sense was he said that, man, you know what? Erykah Badu did a thing for me when she sampled one of my songs, you know? And I was like, man, that's dope. To be able to even, I think one of the best things you can do for a person is to not give a man a fish, but to teach him how to fish. We already know that, you know, how that goes, right? But to put a person in a position to be able to generate some type of income from themselves or education.
Yeah,
and
that's kind of, you
that's what
remind
she
me
was
about,
doing.
Bun B was talking about that, like him and Pimp C had made a sample, and the sole reason was because
God bless our beloved Pimp C.
yeah, Ron Isley was in a
Butler.
little tax trouble, so they was like, you know, it'll be good to make sure that he gets his back end on that and
Correct.
help him out. Like it's really like a stream of revenue. I don't know why people, because I'm like, if you sample my shit and you go through the proper channels and I'm getting paid off it, do your thing.
Exactly.
However
For
you
sure.
want to do, but you know, some people, you know, like you say, they feel a certain type of way about it, but at the same time, it's still something that, you know, gives back to the old and brings back people into that era. And that's also a way that you don't lose the culture. I think that's like a lot of the times, like in New Orleans, like we've really like lost trace of our culture.
Correct.
But through sampling, you know, you could bring somebody back.
Ooh, man, ooh. Bruh.
Now, what are you thinking about?
This one I'm thinking about, and I'm not even gonna give them too much, but there's a dope ass New Orleans native, right? Who has a dope ass dad, who was a part of a dope ass group. And They had a dope ass song that described this. I'm gonna give it away. That described this city to a T, right? And she hasn't even sampled that.
And it's like
And that'll
sometimes
be
people are
fire
like,
for the city to use.
some people are like, scared to go into that Pandora's box, so to speak. But if you think about it, and like you said, preserving the knowledge and trying to pay homage,
Okay.
it'll be dope. A lot of people are scared to do that, but at the end of the day, it's all on how you do it. Like that's this game, period. It ain't what you do, it's how you do it.
Correct. I totally follow that. I personally, one of my favorite, and I know I asked you yours, but one of my favorite samples album to listen to is a Jay-Z album where there was a song that was called Hurry Up This Way Again. Dun, 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 dun.
I know what you're talking about. And just to bring you back into that vibe, because it sounds just like the original. It's got the same feel.
But listening to that whole album of samples is like, yay, this is it. I'm feeling it. All that.
It's like a lot of people look at it as taboo, but like I said, at the end of the day, it's all in how you do it. Like I would prefer.
What y'all think about the Beyonce sample with the Cuff It?
Cuff It, how that go?
That's like, so you. Oh wait, no.
What?
Okay, you're talking about that. I'm sorry. I stand to be corrected. I actually thought you were talking about the DJ Jimmy that she sampled.
Which one that is?
That was it Church Girl?
I think Church Girl got a lot of stuff in it.
It was Church Girl. Church Girl does have a lot of layers. All right, so tell me about the Cuff It that she sampled.
It samples Twister, the slower version.
Oh, okay, the wetter, the Cuff It wetter version. Gotcha. Popping in that lip. You ever had some of this Genergy? Girl, come get you some. Yeah, it's your girl Genergy, and I have my own energy drink, y'all. Follow Drink Genergy on IG.
We'll get back
Shameless
to that
plug, right?
All day shameless plugs.
Damn boy. You want some, babe?
As far as with Beyonce, like.
Good. All right. Mixed well with Wednesdays. Okay.
As far as with her, a lot of her samples are unique. Clean that up.
I got some more for you, y'all.
Yeah, but like with Beyonce, a lot of her samples are unique. And I think that's something for the culture too. Especially with the stuff that she uses.
Okay.
Like going back into Church Girl and just, really like not really the national bounce, the underground bounce that really nobody knows about.
Okay, yeah.
That she uses, and that could bring out an artist like a Big Frida,
Correct.
Or sample of Old Magnolia Shorty, because a lot of people don't know about that. To be honest, I think she's more authentic
DJ
to
Jimmy thing.
Yeah, I think she's more authentic to New Orleans culture
Then she is to her hometown thing?
more than people here. They don't pay that homage like she pays that homage.
But here's the thing, that's why a show like this is so relevant, because they don't know.
Exactly.
It's out of not knowing. Because if they did, because we're so rich in culture, they would. Even going back to, we the birthplace of jazz, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You could go and sample some Louis Armstrong and loop it or do whatever you have to do and just, go for it.
And see, like with a lot of our artists today, because like we had an artist to do that. Why Did I Look sampled Fats Domino.
Walking to New Orleans.
Yeah, but like a lot of people are scared to take it back that way. And like even for Mardi Gras, I drop little tracks on my Instagram from time to time. For Mardi Gras, I had redid New Suit.
Really? Okay.
Mardi Gras for us is pretty much just about the Indians and all that.
Right.
So I just sampled that and put something over that. Okay. And it was like a quick little 1-2. I never really put too much into it. It was just for that day.
Gotcha.
But you know, a lot of people don't know our culture from that time.
Gotcha.
And we've always been rich in culture.
Yeah, and that's why.
And a lot of people come down here and scoop our culture that we not using and then go take it and be good. And at the end of the day, I can't even be mad about that because we're not using it.
I just was about to say the same thing. I just was about to say the exact same thing.
It is what it is.
We cannot, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was one of the people who was mad.
Mm-hmm.
I was on, but when I had to think about it, I was like, you know what? I cannot be mad at that. They're, you know, they see what we don't see, and they're capitalizing off of that, and they're using it, and they appreciate it, you know. So what we're gonna do is real quickly, we're gonna cut to my girl Yada. She's gonna give you all of the information as to where to follow her, where to get her drinks, and we'll all do the same. We're gonna send some shots out to our sponsors, and we'll be wrapping up. And we cannot wait to sit down with these amazing people to be able to continue to educate you all and give y'all this hip hop history, this music history, right? This New Orleans history that's definitely needed, y'all. Anything you want to tell the people, it's gonna be great. Yada, what's up, baby?
Just over here enjoying my dinner. Y'all can follow me at Yada Melons, YATTAMELONS, or put my personal page at Miss Carter _Yachty. You can go to the website if you want to get a bag, drinks, anything. You go to the website, www.yadamelons.com. Phone number is 504-517-3316. That's it. All the information is on the website or on the social media page.
For sure. Well, it's your girl, Gina G, bringing all of the energy. And like I said, I do dance fitness, so you can catch me on that platform. I also host. I love doing that, you all. It's just amazing to get that energy from the crowd, the interaction, the call and the response. You know how I do what I do. But you can follow me at Good Ginergy, or you can follow Drink Ginergy. Also, you can find me at goodginergy.com. In addition to that, if you want to call me, give me a little ring, I might pick up, or my girl might answer, but it's 469 Ginergy. But you can definitely get in contact with me through all of those platforms. Peace.
And you can catch me on Instagram at CitywideSoze, or you can find me on Twitter at MajestySoze. That's MagestySozai.
And you gotta clap when you do it, yo. When you type, you gotta clap.
I gotta clap.
You gotta clap. You heard me? Cause you hand on me.
I gotta be talking. I gotta clap while I'm talking. You understand? But like I said, at CitywideSoze on Instagram. We'll be starting the Producers Tag podcast IG soon. You'll be seeing that on all the platforms or whatever. But if you're an artist and you're looking for tracks locally, I'm here to provide the locals with a service. Everybody needs tracks. You can contact me at Beats by Citywide, 504-201-6569, 504-201-6569. Yeah, I'm talking with my hands, and of course I'm gonna clap when I'm finished.
Please do. All right, y'all. We want to thank you all so much for tuning in, and we cannot wait to see you here again. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.
Before we go, shout out to our sponsors at 24/7.
Yes.
Film and photography. All our sponsors at Good Ginergy. Our sponsors Yada Melon. Who else we got? And savageNFT.
Oh man, gotta check that out.
Remember I said that. Sample what I just said. savageNFT.
Don't sleep.
Because you're going to hear more and see more soon. And it's starting here. So y'all be good. We out.
Peace.
I was showing, hustling, working for the Mardi Gras. Carnival in New Orleans, I'm outside. Everybody talking about, boy, your suit cold. It's only one Super Sunday, it ain't the Super Bowl. I was showing, hustling, working for the Mardi Gras. Carnival in New Orleans, I'm outside. Everybody talking about, boy, your suit cold. It's only one Super Sunday, it ain't the Super Bowl. Mardi Gras, walking in the street like I run the town. Don't blow your horn at me to move, drive around. We outside. I ain't tell him he ain't have enough on. I told the engine he look naked. I'm a whole park legend. We outside. I was making cars stop at the D shop, at the liquor store. store, I tell them who could go. We outside. Watch we walk across the city, we gon' meet them all. Them other engines, they be hopping out of U-Haul. You a U-Haul engine, U-Haul engine. And I'm an old school engine walking across the city.